Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer. Let's get into some highlights. Two teams that have been dominating the Northern Lakes Conference of Girls Basketball this season, Crandon and Leona Wabeno. The Cardinals are a perfect 13-0 on the season and 6-0 in conference play, while their Rebels are only a game behind with a 5-1 record. That one conference loss they had, you guessed it, against Crandon at home, so Leona Wabeno is looking for payback. An undefeated season and a shot at payback on the line? Sign me up for an absolute banger in Crandon for round 2. And this game absolutely lived up to the hype. These two teams showed up and went all out just like we all expected. Here in the first half, the Rebels came out swinging. A great call from the inbounds pass had that ball move in everywhere. Kaylin LaRock ends up with it and gets the bucket for 2. Later that half, Mara Stamper trying to do something on offense. She drives in and can't get her shot to fall, but an excellent effort from Abby Adamski to get the ball back and score. Now, if I had to grade this game, I'd give it an A for effort from both teams. Bodies flying everywhere on this play, and Leona Wabeno comes up with it. After a quick reset, the Rebels got back to work, with LaRock scoring the rock, and Leona Wabeno ends the undefeated season for Crandon with a 41-37 win. Let's head up north to Three Lakes, where the Blue Jays hosted Rhinelander in a Northern Lakes Great Northern Conference crossover battle. Here in the second half, name someone from Rhinelander that can ball. Morgan Van Zyl. She gets a nice step-back jumper for 2 right here. Later that half, Van Zyl can pass the rock too. She finds a wide-open Ava Lamers, who drains this 3-ball for the Hodags. But the Blue Jays can shoot threes too. Some nice passing and a great step back sets up a 3-ball from Cassidy Williams, and Three Lakes gets the huge win over Rhinelander, 64-55. Let's move on to our first set of area scores on the night, this one being from girls basketball. First off, the Great Northern Conference leading fabulous T-Birds from Lakeland Union were in action against Medford. This one saw Lakeland Union come away with the win 71-26. Moving over to the Merriwood Conference, Marathon hosted Athens, and the Blue Jays came away with the road win 51-34. Staying with the Merriwood, Edgar hosted Abbotsford, and the Wildcats were able to get the win 75-50. And finally, let's head up north to Florence, where the Bobcats hosted Oneida Nation. This one saw Florence win it 45-32. Now to the rink. Northern Edge hosting Arrowhead at the Lakeland Ice Arena. First period, Wendy Sari on Northern Edge takes the puck all the way from her end, a 2-on-1, and sneaks it past the goalie, all tied up at 2. Arrowhead would have an answer though. Natalie Hazelton finds side net here. Now let's go to the second period. Maria Gironella is going to try to go top shelf, but it's going to be stuffed by the goalie. Arrowhead would overpower Edge in this one, winning 6-3. Let's stick with some girls hockey for these next set of area scores. Central Wisconsin Storm was in action today at the Green Heck Fieldhouse, riding a 4-game winning streak. They hosted Western Wisconsin today and were able to come away with a 4-0 win to move that winning streak up to 5 games now. The Storm will be back in action tomorrow at Green Heck when they host St. Croix Valley. What a great bunch of games we just saw from the girls. Those ladies were putting in that work all over the ice and the hardwood. But we're not done yet. It's the boys' turns. We'll give y'all some boys basketball highlights featuring Northland Pines' big 3 of Nolan Lurvy, Gabe Smith, and Griffin Stemke after the break.
Friday Night Blitz, brought to you by Trackside Sales and Service and Menke Buick GMC Mazda.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer. We already talked about the girls' games going on tonight. Now it's time to showcase those boys. Northland Pines has been an electric team to watch all season long behind the great play from Nolan Lurvy, Griffin Stemke, Gabe Smith, and the whole Eagles roster. They were back in action tonight in another Great Northern Conference matchup, this time with the Hatchets in Tomahawk. A win here would be huge for Northland Pines, with the Eagles only a half a game behind Medford for first place in the GNC. So let's see if they could shake up the standings or if Tomahawk played spoiler tonight. We start in the second half. Austin Szymanski puts up the three, but it doesn't go. However, Caden Cropeland gets the rebound and powers his way for the deuce. Count that and the foul. Later on, quick movement by the Eagles. A.J. Munch would find Szymanski down low. He banks it in and draws another foul. Eagles running away with it. Mensch will find a big Jordan Cone down low. He gets the friendly roll, and the Eagles keep tacking on. The Hatchets are looking for the inbounds pass. Ethan Ean finds Ethan Breitenfield with the quick bucket. Though it isn't enough, Pines goes on to win this one big. Now on to Minocqua, where Lakeland Union faced the Medford Raiders. Packed house tonight. First half, it was the Will Fortier show. He nails the rare 3-and-1 4-point play. A little bit later, he forces a steal, takes it length of the court, and slam-a-ram-a-ding-dong. Big-time dunk from Fortier. Medford trying to make something happen, but a Ryan Carlson block leads to a Braden Weechek deuce on the other end. Look at that finger roll. Here come the Raiders, though. Tanner Hraby sinks this three from the top of the arc, and all-time leading Medford scorer Logan Bumgardner sinks the floater. Then Fortier on the other end backs down his defender, finds Carter Quaid for the easy bucket. This one was a nail-biter to the end, but Medford would go on to win at 73-72 to stay undefeated in the GNC. Going south for our next game between the Marshfield Tigers and the Merrill Blue Jays. Let's get this game going. Early in the first half, Luke Lemoyne finds Brooks Hinson in the corner. Hinson hits it from behind the arc. Tigers with an early 5-2 lead. A little bit later, Blue Jays with the ball. Carter Bade is going to find Braden Piper in the corner. He matches the Tigers three with one of his own. A few minutes later, Piper's going to get the ball again, puts the brakes on, and that gives him the open two ball. Tigers with the ball. Hinson will get it down low, and he will power his way for the two. And this game is going back and forth early on. Then Troy Moots with the cross-court pass. He finds Babby in the corner for three, and it goes. Marshfield would go on to win it 65-46. Let's stick with boys basketball and move on to our next set of area scores. First, in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, DC Everest hosted Wisconsin Rapids earlier today. This one saw the Evergreens win at 80-54. Now on to the GNC. Antigo hosted Mosinee, and this one saw Mosinee win at 77-39. Now let's combine the Wisconsin Valley and Great Northern Conference, where Rhine Lerner and Wausau West went head-to-head with the Warriors winning at 68-47. Now on to the Northern Lakes Conference. We already saw the girls' game between Leona Wabeno and Crandon. The boys went just as well, or just the same, 53-36. Leona Wabeno won it. Now on to our last bit of area scores. We saw Tomahawk drop one to Mosinee in boys hockey. That was an excellent set of games that we just had. We'll see y'all next week for the Friday Night Blitz.